Hello, Christian. I hope your day is doing well. Your families, I hope the weather is doing well with you, and may the Lord's graces be with you. So, I am your talent lieutenant, Mr. Lawrence. This is your talent show, and today we do want to talk about talent management, how you juggle about work and talent. So, on my right, we do talent to have a lovely guest, and she will introduce herself, her talents, and the work she does.
My name is Doris Onyagia. I am a full-time entrepreneur. I'm also a talented young girl who loves acting, loves doing podcasts, and yes, basically it's also writing articles. So yeah, that is me in a nutshell.
So yes, so we have heard from
Doris.
our guest Doris, and we need to know how she jiggles about them all along because it's hectic. Acting full time and entrepreneurship full time, I think it's one hell of a show. So, Doris,
Yes.
tell us, how do you balance full time entrepreneurship and acting?
So basically, I'm happy because my full-time entrepreneurship is online. So it means that wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, I can actually do it. So the only task is to ensure that the deliveries are done on time. The ones that I have to do physically and move my location, that is to give guys what they have ordered and paid for. But otherwise, managing it on a daily basis, I might be here, take my phone, and actually I'm working on my entrepreneurship. So anytime I have an acting gig or I go out there, it is not that hard. Yes, at times it is hectic because you find yourself, you have some content you're supposed to write, you've not written, you have a poster you're supposed to make, you've not made, but yet you're supposed to spend the whole day in an acting gig. So when you get home, you're very tired. You can't do it. So at the end of the day, I find myself like straining. I just tell myself, Doris, just survive. For some 10 minutes, struggle, complete this task, then you'll be good to go. So yeah, balance is the key. At the end of the day, we can't do it fully. You find yourself, you've missed some parts, like probably I feel like this week, I kind of have neglected my business because I've not been as active in social media. The following week, coming the next week, I make a resolution to actually improve on it. So that is basically it, I think, in terms of management. It isn't easy, but I try.
Good. And is that your own business?
Yes, it is my own business by name Kaduri Beauty Collection. So basically, I started Kaduri Beauty Collection in 2020 as a very small enterprise, very small. Like it was just a rough idea in my mind. I wanted to see something stand up by my own, and I tried. It worked out. But now, come 2021 and 2 is when I'm putting myself out there fully to work on it. I do men t-shirts, I do accessories, that is in terms of neck pieces, earrings, headbands, everything, anklets, everything, accessory, bags, everything. And then I do ladies tops, ladies dresses, and ladies trousers. So I'm planning to invest on it fully because it is my own. Yes.
Thank you. And how do you incorporate your other talents like writing and podcast?
So basically, I find my podcast struggle a lot because I might be busy and they need me to be physically there, plan my content and do it. But how do I incorporate it? I usually ensure that, yes, as I'm running my daily activities, though I cannot sit down to do my podcast, my mind is still working, like my mind is still in action. So I plan the content in my mind, and then I tell myself, probably on Thursday at 10 p.m., nobody is supposed to disturb my schedule. That is what I'll be doing then. So I sit down that exact day. I already planned the content in my mind, so I'll just have to put it down in a piece of paper, then proceed. Yeah.
And what are the main challenges that you tend to face?
Challenges.
Yeah, challenges.
Okay. In terms of talents or even the business?
In terms of managing both talents and entrepreneurship.
As I've said, time is one big challenge, because everything is mine, everything requires me to be present, everything wants me to put 100% of myself in it. So I think management, that is time, because as much as I'd love to, I cannot be in 5 places at a time. That means I cannot do my podcast, do an article, sell on my business, and act on a set at the same time. So yeah, time is my main thing, but I try as much as possible to work on it. The other thing is sometimes I feel like I've neglected others. You see, when I'm working too much on this one feels neglected, and I find that the world has moved forward, it isn't waiting for me. So I think, yeah, time is my biggest challenge, but I'm working on it. I'm surviving, and so far so good. I can't complain.
And what are the main benefits, or what have you learned from this balancing of entrepreneurship and talent?
I've learned all dreams are valid. All dreams are valid. We're not restricted. Like, at the end of the day, decide what you want to do, even if it is 10 things. As long as you're not being pushed by a person to do them, you'll actually be able to do them, all of them. I can't complain because I can't complain of the things I do, because there are things that I've chosen, there are things that I'm passionate about, there are things that I love. So I'll be my motivation factor, I'll be my push factor, I'll be everything for me. Each of my activity requires me to be. So yeah, I think that is what I've learned. All dreams are valid, that wherever you are, whatever you're thinking of, no matter how crazy, no matter how big you think it is, as long as you're willing to do it, you can actually do it. Because I think we serve a big God, and when he gives you something to do, he's not expecting you to fail at it. So anytime you slack at something, you're the one failing him, not he failing you. Yeah.
And in the long run, do you plan to stay in this complex situation, or do you tend to maybe focus on one, maybe your entrepreneurship or your acting talent or your podcast, or what's your long-term goal?
My long-term goal, I want to be an alert woman. An alert woman does not do just one thing. And I think for me, as long as I can manage everything I intend to do it till the very end that I'll feel now I'm retiring from all of them, because I think I've made enough, I've impacted the community enough, I've done the very best of my capacity. But I'm not planning to drop one and put the other up. I'll just give them maximum resources, maximum self, for them all to succeed.
So it's safe to say that all what you're juggling with is working out for you well, and you think you can maintain that constant pressure on yourself?
Yes, I can. In fact, I think I only have 4 things. I'll have the 5th one and even the 6th one, and I'll manage them all. I think at the end of the day, it's balance and determination. And is it something you're doing because you want, or is it something you're doing because you're being pushed to? If it is something you want, it means you know how much it requires of you, and you'll be willing to put up to see it stand. So I think, yeah, my 4 things, very manageable, very okay, I'll keep them.
So how stressful is that environment? Because I do understand that in acting, you might find or come across harsh directors, strict timelines, long hours of shooting. Does it disorient your planned timeline?
It does. It does. Then at times it does, but I try as much as possible to recover. For example, I spend a day in a shoot, and I realized that I expected to have finished by 4, but it is already 6:30. We are yet to be done. I had told myself that we finish 4, I get home by probably 5:30, so by 6 sharp, I'll be doing an episode of a podcast I had planned. So what I do, it means that I'll push myself up to the night. I'll not make myself suffer. I will sleep enough, but I'll ensure that whatever goal was to be done that day is done. If it was that podcast, if it was to be done that day, I'll do it. I'll just tell myself, Doris, today you're not sleeping at 10, you just have to sleep at 11:30, so that I do it. Yeah, it is stressful at times, but I take comfort in knowing that it is something I've done for myself and something I want to do. Yeah.
So, thank you, Doris. Christian, you've heard from our fellow guest how she balances talent and entrepreneurship. And so, before we end the session, we would like for her to give us a word of encouragement or something that she thinks you need to know. So, moment of glory.
All right. I think for me, dream as much as you can. Do as much as you can. The moment you are brought to this earth, we are brought to be maximum of yourselves. Just don't push yourself to the corner to a moment that you look sleep deprived on a very bright day. Please sleep enough, drink your water, eat well, do everything proper, but maximize you. Do everything to the best of your capacity. You can. I mean, why are we in this earth if anything, any ability and talent you think you can, you're not working on? So work on you, do you, and be you. For all for the glory of God. He'll bless each one as you put much in it. So yeah.
So thank you. So you have heard from Madam Doris what she has to say, and please like, subscribe and share our content for more. We shall be coming back to you with more better talent news and show. Thank you.
Get ready for one hell of a ride. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and let's find ourselves in the Celestial Power Show. Would you like to miss it? Thank you.